Yep, it's official. This movie is definitely an Oscar contender. Woo! Hey everyone, welcome to another review. Here's my review for the movie Moonlight. Yes, Moonlight stars Mahershla Ali and Naomie Harris and a bunch of other actors that I don't really know, but this movie is written and directed by Jenkins, and the story of this movie, Moonlight, is about a kid's life. Well, this movie takes place in 3 parts of this kid's life. One part when he's a kid, teenager, and adult, and basically it's about his life in Miami and about all the tragedies he's went through. Basically drug addiction, it's about the war on drugs, about bullying, about homosexuality, about abuse and poverty, and the struggles of life and what the meaning of life is and stuff. And yeah, basically I like to call this movie Moonlight Dark Boyhood. Yes, this is basically a darker, more grittier version of Boyhood. Yes, everyone's saying this movie is a masterpiece. Everyone's saying this movie is fantastic. It's one of the best movies of the year. I finally got to see this movie because I finally came to a theater near me and I finally got to see it, and honestly, basically everyone's right. This movie, Moonlight, is a fantastic movie, and I could definitely see what people are saying about calling this movie Boyhood. This movie is basically Boyhood, but a much darker, grittier version, more disturbing and depressing version of Boyhood. It's really dark. This movie is very dark, and this movie holds no punches. This movie is a downright disturbing movie, and it's fucking great. This movie is so good. It's a very compelling, riveting movie, very realistic, and you really get attached to these characters, and these performances are all fantastic. The actors that all play this lead kid, there's 3 actors, all 3 of those actors do an amazing job. And Naomie Harris as the mother is amazing. She's nominated for the Golden Globe. She'll hands down get nominated for the Academy Award. She is amazing in this movie. She's not only a very likable character because, you know, drugs and all, but she is so freaking solid in this movie. And Mahershla Ali is so good. Yes, I loved him in this year's Luke Cage as Cottonmouth. He's been in all these movies, these random movies, and he's always great. He's an amazing actor, but he really shows his acting chops in this movie. He is hands down my favorite character in this movie, and he plays such a good role. He's definitely going to get nominated for supporting actor, and I think he deserves the win. I think he gives one of the best supporting roles in any movie this year. Mahershala Ali is so freaking good. But of course, most of the praise for this movie goes to Jenkins. Jenkins wrote and directed this movie. He did an amazing job. The writing is fantastic. It's real. It just feels like you're watching this person's life on screen, just like Boyhood. It's so freaking good. It's so heart-wrenching and emotional, and it's so good. It's so raw, too. And this movie has a lot of range, too. And this movie is so fantastic. It's not for everyone because it is an R-rated movie. There is a lot of swearing, and there's sexuality. There's a lot of drugs, so it's definitely not for a younger audience, but it's definitely for, like, high teenagers and adults. Definitely will appreciate this movie, especially film goers. This movie is brilliantly filmed. The cinematography is freaking awesome. Cinematography is so well shot. There's some great tracking shots, landscaping shots, and point of view shots. The cinematography was splendid. The writing, again, was fantastic. The dialogue is great. The conversations these characters have feel so real and so fleshed out. I loved it. How Jenkins wrote this movie and how he wrote these characters was brilliant. How he directed this movie and how he executed and structuralized the story was so well done. Jenkins deserves all the praise. He'll definitely get a Best Director nomination when it comes to Academy Awards season. He did an amazing job with this movie. My only problem I have with this movie is because I really don't have any technical issues, because technically it's a fantastic movie. The editing, the score, the soundtrack, the cinematography, the performances, the storytelling, everything about this movie is done perfectly well. The only thing I have a little problem with is the watchability factor. I don't see myself watching this movie maybe a second time anytime soon. Maybe I'll watch it again probably in a year or 2 from now, but I can't see myself watching this movie a lot because this movie is so dark, so gritty, and so disturbing. And I don't have that relatability to this movie like I did Boyhood. Boyhood, a lot of people did not like Boyhood because they didn't feel a connection with Boyhood. They didn't feel that relatability to Boyhood. I did, because everything that kid went through, I went through personally. So I had this emotional connection to Boyhood. I still had a connection with this movie, but I couldn't relate to all the things that happened in this movie. I could relate to Boyhood, but I couldn't relate to this movie. And plus, this movie was way more disturbing and way more dark. And that's still great and all, but I had more of a connection to Boyhood. That's why I can watch Boyhood more times than I can watch this movie. So yeah, that is my only minor issue with Moonlight. I just can't relate to it, and it doesn't have a lot of watchability factor. But other than that, this movie is fantastic, and I highly recommend it. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give the movie Moonlight a 9.5 out of 10. So yeah, please go see this movie. This is hands down one of the best movies of the year. It's so freaking good. So yeah, that's my review for the movie Moonlight. So in the comment section below, please tell me, did you see this movie Moonlight? And if you have, please give me your thoughts and opinions on this movie. Did you like this movie? Could you relate to this movie? Did this movie leave an emotional impact on you? Give me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.